demand better and to replace the most corrupt and incompetent defence minister in Canada's history. It's up to you.
ਕੈਨੇਡੀਅਨ ਰੱਖਿਆ ਮੰਤਰੀ ਹਰਜੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਸੱਜਣ ਇਨ੍ਹੀਂ ਦਿਨੀਂ ਵਿਰੋਧੀ ਧਿਰ ਦੇ ਨਿਸ਼ਾਨੇ 'ਤੇ ਹਨ। ਇਸ ਦਾ ਮੁੱਖ ਕਾਰਨ ਹੈ ਕੈਨੇਡੀਅਨ ਫੌਜ ਵਿੱਚ ਮਹਿਲਾਵਾਂ ਦੇ ਪ੍ਰਤੀ ਵੱਧ ਰਹੇ ਸ਼ੋਸ਼ਣ ਅਤੇ ਦੁਸ਼ਕਰਮ ਦੇ ਮਾਮਲੇ, ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੀ ਜਾਂਚ ਜਾਰੀ ਹੈ ਪਰ ਹੁਣ ਤੱਕ ਕੋਈ ਠੋਸ ਕਦਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਚੁੱਕੇ ਗਏ। ਹਰਜੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਸੱਜਣ ਦੇ ਲਗਾਤਾਰ ਅਸਤੀਫੇ ਦੀ ਮੰਗ ਕੀਤੀ ਜਾ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ। ਹਰਜੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਸੱਜਣ ਨੇ ਇਸ ਮਾਮਲੇ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਸਫਾਈ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਹੈ, ਪਰ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਜਵਾਬਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਵਿਰੋਧੀ ਧਿਰ ਪ੍ਰਭਾਵਿਤ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਇਆ ਅਤੇ ਹੁਣ ਹਾਊਸ ਆਫ ਕਾਮਨਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਖਿਲਾਫ ਮਤਾ ਪਾਸ ਕਰਾਉਣ ਲਈ ਵੋਟਿੰਗ ਕੀਤੀ ਜਾਵੇਗੀ। ਕੈਨੇਡੀਅਨ ਫੌਜ ਵਿੱਚ ਦੁਸ਼ਕਰਮ ਅਤੇ ਸ਼ੋਸ਼ਣ ਦੇ ਮਾਮਲੇ ਨਵੇਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਹਨ। ਪਿਛਲੇ ਦਿਨੀਂ ਇਸ ਨੂੰ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਹੀ ਫੌਜ ਦੇ ਨੰਬਰ 2 ਲੈਫਟੀਨੈਂਟ ਜਨਰਲ ਨੂੰ ਲੰਬੀ ਛੁੱਟੀ 'ਤੇ ਭੇਜਿਆ ਗਿਆ। ਹੁਣ ਇਸ ਦਾ ਸੇਕ ਸਿੱਧੇ ਤੌਰ 'ਤੇ ਰੱਖਿਆ ਮੰਤਰੀ ਤੱਕ ਪੁੱਜਾ ਹੈ। ਇਸ ਮਾਮਲੇ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਵਿਰੋਧੀ ਧਿਰ ਹਮਲਾਵਰ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਪ੍ਰਧਾਨ ਮੰਤਰੀ ਟਰੂਡੋ ਤੋਂ ਮੰਗ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਨ ਕਿ ਹਰਜੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਸੱਜਣ ਨੂੰ ਹਟਾਇਆ ਜਾਵੇ।
The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
Mr. Speaker, the Minister will not do the honourable thing and resign after having failed women in the Canadian Armed Forces. The Prime Minister will not fire him. The Liberals are never accountable. Therefore, I want to speak directly to the voters in Vancouver South. If you want to end cover-ups on sexual misconduct in our military, if you want to secure accountability in Ottawa, it is going to be up to you to support the Conservatives in the next election to demand better and to replace the most corrupt and incompetent defence minister in Canada's history. It's up to you.
Mr. Speaker, we will continue to work very hard to look after our women and men of the Canadian Armed Forces. The horrible stories, the allegations that have come forward are extremely alarming, and we must work harder. The work that we have done, passing Bill C-70, is one of the first steps. The SMRC, the work that's being done there, plus the work that Madame Louise Arbour will also do. We will get this done. Thank you. Mr. Speaker, no person in Canada is above the law. The military police and the NIS are independent of the chain of command. And when it comes to the incident of the golf course, the acting chief of defence staff has also, as you know, advised me that the vice chief of defence staff is no longer in his role. We know that we have a lot more work to do, and we will get it done. And we have accepted Justice Fish's recommendations. Thank you.
Canadians deserve better than the scandals, corruption, and continual cover-ups that have taken root in Trudeau Liberal Ottawa. Minister Sajjan misled Canadians about his service. He mismanaged ships and jet fleet contracts, and he covered up sexual misconduct allegations for 3 years. That is not the record of a minister who can be trusted to implement the changes necessary to eliminate sexual misconduct in our military and change the culture. Now that the corrupt Trudeau government has made it clear that they don't care about eliminating the issue of sexual misconduct in the military, the decision to fire Minister Sajjan will ultimately be made by voters in the next election. I, along with the rest of Canada's Conservatives, will continue to stand up for the brave women in the Canadian Armed Forces who deserve much better. Today, Conservatives will be asking the House of Commons to formally censure Minister Sajjan, who has lost the respect of members of the Canadian Armed Forces and lost the moral authority needed to implement the changes Canadians want to see in our military to eliminate sexual misconduct and to make the culture more open.